Hi, Chrissie Rios.
Hi, Hope Hassan.
How are you?
I am doing real good right now. We are day drinking at 10 a.m. How could we be doing bad at this point?
I know.
We are having, I'll tell everybody, since it is the big Game of Thrones weekend, and for myself, I am super stoked about this, so I brought a Game of Thrones inspired drink. This one is called the Fire and Ice. It's made with a little Basil Hayden bourbon and lime juice and pomegranate juice and jalapenos and oh my God. Is it good?
It is. It's super good. I like it. It's not too sweet. Just right. It's got like a little bit of tartness to it.
It's the palm.
But I love it.
I like the heat from the jalapeno. If this one would have been a little bit spicier, I think I would have loved it, but I'm digging it. I'm not feeling a whole lot of pain right now, so that's a good thing. And where else do you want to be at Saturday at 10 a.m., but not feeling much pain?
Exactly.
It's perfect. How was your week?
It was pretty good. It was crazy. Planning the podcast was interesting.
Yeah, planning the podcast, I've learned some things about Hope. And that being that Hope is by far the darkest person I know. It is hey, what can we talk about that's fun and interesting? So there's this dead guy. Literally, that's what she breaks into. There's this guy. What was it, the story?
It was about a guy that... No, forgive me. I don't remember all of the details.
Let's not go into too much detail because this is like just the cliff notes.
But briefly, this guy was a little kid. His mom went missing. They didn't know why. Of course, they thought it was the dad all along. Turns out that the kid was adopted, grew up, came back to his childhood home to buy it, bought the house, started renovating. And then as they were renovating the backyard, they hit a concrete slab and they found human bones. Bones got tested for DNA, and it was his mother, and then his dad definitely got charged with the crime. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I had to remind Hope that we're not a true crime podcast, and that we're going to try just to not have the darkness set in. Dun, dun.
I can't imagine what that must have been like.
I don't even want to talk about this. Yeah. Like when she said it the other day, I said, hey, what are some fun topics we could talk about? Hey, there's a story about this guy and dead people. And I'm like, what the hell?
It was more along the lines of interesting, I guess, than fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah.
I know a couple true crime podcasts. Oh my God. Say that this drink is working.
I was going to say.
I know a couple. I'll refer you. They'd probably love to have you on, and you can sit and chat all kinds of true crime with them. It'll be perfect.
I'll listen maybe during the day. I just don't like listening to that stuff before
Which
bed.
is by far also the funniest thing in the world, because I am a junkie for horror stuff. I love horror movies. I love horror. I can watch a horror movie and go right to sleep. I can go to bed. I don't have a wall. But Hope does, yet the first thing she brings to the table is, hey, I got this great story. People are dead. There's bodies in the backyard. It's like, what the hell are you?
Yeah, I don't know.
I also wanted to point out that you were kind of making fun of me this week.
I'm always making fun of you.
You are. But, I mean...
We always make fun of each other.
We do. We do. In particular this week, you made fun of me about how I check my phone messages.
Okay, here's the thing. I recently also set up face recognition. I know I'm way behind. So mine, I just set up so that I can unlock it just by looking at it.
Yeah.
Which is great because when you're busy, you just look at it and it unlocks. Great. But Chrissie, there's different ways to check your messages, I guess, on iPhone. And Chrissie has set up...
I don't know if it's gestures. I mean, I just know this works for me. It always works. So I'll explain it. So I have a charger that sits upright so that my phone is constantly sitting upright. It's not laying flat. And so when a message comes through, I see it. And all I have to do is look at my phone when the message comes through, and I just tilt my head sideways. And then the message slides so I can see what it says, and then I don't have to open up or touch my phone.
Yeah, but the thing is, Chrissie, when you are constantly getting messages on your phone, and your phone is on that charger, it kind of looks like you're having a seizure.
When you said it, I laughed because I was like, that's ridiculous, Theo. But then as soon as I said that, I had 3 messages, I think, coming back to back to back. And I just remember doing it.
Like,
and
might as well be
you're looking at me like, that's what I'm talking about.
You might as well be on Night at the Roxbury. I should just put that music on in the background and you just tilt your head the whole time.
If you ever dubbed me to it, I actually would be okay
I have
with you doing
to get like secret footage, put that on the Patreon.
I mean, it will happen because, frankly, it happens all the time because I get messages throughout the day, and as soon as I get them,
but did you recently set this up? Because
No.
I feel like maybe I just noticed it now.
No, it's been on since I've had the iPhone X, which
Okay.
is like, what, a year and a half, 2 years? 2 years.
Damn, it took me a long time to catch on to your little neck twitch.
It's because usually when I'm having meetings with you, I don't necessarily pay attention to the messages.
True.
But for some reason yesterday in particular, or this past week it seems like, but yesterday really I was just checking them because I had a lot of stuff going on.
She's tilting her head as she's
I'm
speaking.
saying it because it's the way I know that's how I'm checking my messages. I wish I could say that I only do it when we're like meeting up or we're, sitting down doing work, but I do this at home too because I have the exact same charger at home. Mm-hmm. So I set it up. If I'm gaming, I set it up there, and I do the same thing when I'm gaming, so I don't have to stop and take my hands off the controller. If I'm like on the sofa watching anything,
Whatever.
Hulu, a movie, I will not want to interrupt my show, so I will tilt my head to the side, see what it says. If it's important, I grab it. I answered your text last night.
Did you tilt your head to answer it?
No, I mean, I saw it was you. I tilted, I saw what it said, and then I knew I had to respond, so then I have to pick up the phone. It doesn't just answer.
From
when
now
I
on,
tilt my
every
head.
time I get a text back from Chrissie, I'm just going to picture her tilting her head.
Well, it's not when I send it.
Well, no,
when
it's
you
right
send
before
it to
you
me.
send it to realize that I sent you a message.
That's pretty much how it goes
so,
down.
like, 10 years from now, when Chrissy's like, oh, man,
No.
my neck.
Dude,
I need, like, acupuncture or physical therapy.
First off, I do want to go to acupuncture because I think it's just kind of a cool thing. But let me say, my neck is killing me today.
So it's not because she slept wrong. It's not because she has some like physical ailment inside of her body.
I mean, sometimes
it's just
because I slept wrong. Sometimes. The look, you just gave me the dirtiest look of all time.
That was a long pause, but it was like the stare of...
It was the stare of death. It is absolutely because you tilt your head sideways to answer your messages.
Yeah.
However, I find it...
Is it efficient?
It's respectful.
Oh.
I don't touch my phone. I literally just tilt my head to the side to check my messages. Therefore, I am not making my phone a priority over you. Sort of.
Way to spin it. Way to spin it.
I'm so good at that, aren't I? Because I would never choose my phone over you.
Okay,
ever.
guys.
There are like 20 people that know me right now listening to that just roll their eyes because my phone is attached to the hip. It is never without me.
I honestly think you'd be the first person if you could get a phone like implanted.
Oh, yeah, I'd be down. Apple, I'm your test dummy. Do it.
Yeah.
And it would have to be Apple because I'm not
God
switching
forbid.
over. Don't bunch me up into that Android nonsense. I'm not doing that. Terrible. Terrible.
I just rolled my eyes.
Ugh, God. Roll your eyes. I don't care.
I know. I've been thinking about it, and I said, maybe I might
I'm telling you,
switch
you'll be the happiest girl in the world.
when this phone finally dies, because it's brand new.
Wait,
It's
is that
not-
all it needs to die?
Yeah. Dude, I just finished paying off the phone like a couple months
I
ago.
suddenly felt this streak of sabotage just go through my entire
Are you
being.
going to pay for the new iPhone?
I mean, no, but you'll be so happy you won't even think about the payment.
Yeah, Stefan's been urging me to. His parents are all iPhone now. He's like an iPhone converter, like someone that converts.
I talk about it all the time. You know I'm so pro iPhone.
Like,
plus, then we'll be able to do those animojis together.
those are kind of fun.
I know you'll be unicorning the hell out of me, but it'll be worth it.
I just think just to have like FaceTime built in alone would be pretty nice.
Wait, you don't have that on Android?
I mean, I'm sure there's a way to do it, but I don't really use it. I use Snapchat.
Yeah, no, you need to have you need a real phone.
I'm sure there's
it's
a
time
lot-
to grow up. You're now in the real world. Get a real phone. There are so many Android people right now that literally
They're
are
gonna,
going to
like,
slash
stab
my
you.
tires. would be like, this bitch. Oh my
Thank
God.
God I really don't take offense. I mean, I just use my phone really for texting, photos, and
But I think too, you're
shopping.
here's the thing too, you're a Mac girl.
I am.
And so honestly, like pairing them up and doing it's just so seamless. All right, you know what I do want to talk about?
Sure.
So this week, one of the things that I have, and not just this week, but this week it seemed extra special. I deal with a person, and she is the worst human on the fucking planet. I mean, the worst. And that's a lot, because there's a lot of awful people in the world. I mean, a lot. But this woman, I have even started to brand her. Like, she has her own set of nicknames. For instance, she is the official Cuntosaurus Rex. The worst human ever. She's such a bitch. And the other day, you know, she made a comment to me, and it was for no reason rude, as usual.
Yeah.
And so as she walked away, I said, can you please not spread your contagiousness everywhere? Can you just keep it to yourself? And I'm pretty sure she heard me.
Contagion.
Because she's not contagious. She's contagious. She spreads her vicious disease everywhere she goes. She's such a deeply ugly human.
Yeah.
I can't stand her. You know who she is. I mean, we both know her.
I've had experiences as well, and it's just really unfortunate that those types of people want to spread their negativity.
Yeah. For what?
I mean, I don't think of myself as being someone that likes to stay in that kind of mind space.
Like, it's so bad. I mean, it's so ridiculous.
She's one of those people that just wake up in the morning with, I feel like, sometimes no reason to live. I mean, that sounds pretty bad.
I mean, it's true.
But
she's awful. So it's kind of one of those things where this week, you know, you want to find like there's all these great things that could be happening, but there's always that one person that just wants to like take you down with them. She is that person.
Yeah.
And it's not always me. I mean, she spreads her contagion around everywhere.
I mean, I just said, like, I've had experiences with her. My gosh, this drink is kicking in.
I'm telling you, it is a good one.
Yeah, I just try to avoid her. She's something else, and contagious is definitely apropos word for her.
Yeah, she's terrible. So, okay, I think at this point, I don't think we have any more negative shit to talk about. I'm hoping we don't. But yeah, I just had to mention it because she really was just that part of the week where you're like, ew, why are you such an ugly human? You know, and again, I like to have any reason to use the term Cuntosaurus Rex.
Yeah, that was our word of the week, I would say.
That was it. I think we used it several times for several people too, but
everyone,
she's the take home.
Make sure you add that to your little dictionary.
Do you think we can get Weber's? Can you add that to the dictionary, please?
Probably Urban Dictionary.
It would go to Urban.
Who knows if it already exists?
It might. If it doesn't, it should. Cuntosaurus Rex, spelled Cunt. There is no other way to do it. Contagion.
If anybody has anything else to contribute with the word cunt in it, please
send it to us. We're open for it. Hashtag.
Tweet it.
Yeah, hashtag us, Boozy Betties. Let us know. We'll find it.
We'll add it to our dictionary as well.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe we'll find out how you add an entry to Urban Dictionary. Because if we can, that isn't happening yet, we should totally do that.
Yes. So transitioning out of the negativity, how's your wrist doing?
Oh, the wrist is actually a negative, but I don't know what's wrong with it. So the other day it started to hurt, and now my left wrist is just, I can't move it a certain way, and the way I'm moving it now is not helping sell my story, but it really does hurt, and I don't know what the fuck I did to it. I don't know if I like knocked it on something or I don't know.
Maybe when you were typing, you were positioned a certain way.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Is it like carpal tunnel on my like left hand or I don't know because my right hand is my dominant hand. That's what I use for
everything.
Everything.
Well, you know what they say.
No, I don't.
If you use the left hand, it feels like a stranger.
Oh my God. No, I did not know that. No, but it would be because it is kind of not. I don't use
you don't use it for everything.
Yeah, I don't use it really for much of anything. It's pretty lonely hand if you need to know. But it is kind of Wow. Okay. That'll not leave me forever. I will constantly look
You're
at my
welcome.
left hand as, hi, stranger.
The stranger.
You know, or like, hey, we're gonna do something really fun today. This can go anywhere. I could blindfold it, like, ooh, whatever. This is going way darker than it necessarily should.
Take my strong hand.
Take my strong hand. God, that is like our saying. We say that so many times to each other. That movie is probably the movie we quote as friends the most.